Hey guys, it's me, Gunner. Another very humid day, and I am back to running after my toe surgery. First one was kind of a not such a good outcome. The surgery on my left toe that I hacked off, almost severed with an axe while chopping wood. Super bizarre mistake on my part for not wearing steel toe boots. But in case you guys don't know the story, I sharpened that axe fresh, so it's like razor sharp, so I can do some limb cutting off of these not my limbs, but off of evergreen trees. So then I can create a awesome environment for my wife and my dogs. So instead of, evergreens being all Christmas tree-like and having branches all the way to the ground, I cut the branches so that they are, 5 feet from the ground. So you get the nice, you get the view of the evergreen, but you can also see past the evergreen branches. So I think it looks amazing. My wife loves it. In fact, she was the one that asked if I could do it in the first place. And I did. So, like, the very last tree is where I missed the swing, my target for the axe, and also slipped backwards at the same time. And the toe was severed at the tip, knuckle. And the axe, apparently, we know this by an x-ray I got from the VA, that the axe went straight through the cartilage and missed the bone, which is only, like, the cartilage area up there is so minuscule. I don't know how I missed the bone. It was a complete accident, missing it. I wasn't trying to hit the bone, but someone was looking out for me. And yeah, it could have been way worse than what it was. So they tried, the VA surgeons tried to put the toe back on, aligned it and put pins in to stabilize and hope for the best. After I got those pins removed, the toe stayed put, but then I went running, which I love to do, and you can't tell by just looking at the toe that it's a little off, but I could feel it. Every fifth step or so, when that toe pushed off, my thumb slipped and hit the pause button, so hopefully, I don't know what you guys missed. Let me go to where I think you guys, where I slipped and hit the pause button on this recording. Whew. It's not easy talking and running or moving very slowly. A nice slow jog. But the toe did not look like it was off, but I felt it every 5th step or so. When my toe pushed off the ground, I would get this excruciating sharp pain. And I did not like that. It was getting worse and worse. So I went back to the VA and asked, what can we do about this? I can't keep running like this. And I love to run. I'd be sad if I couldn't run. So they gave me the options. One was to put some kind of a, not a splint, but a kind of a wrap around my toe to prevent the rubbing, I guess, of the big toe and the toe next to the biggest toe. I'm like, that sounds pretty temporary. And it is. So I asked about surgery, and he said he could put a rod in there and you'll never bend that toe again. At least you can bend at the first joint, but not the last 2 joints. I'm like, okay, I don't really use those last 2 joints anyway. I'm not picking up stuff off the ground with my feet, you know. And if I had to pick up stuff with my feet, I'd use my right foot that's not damaged. So that's what happened. I had to wait for 14 weeks until today, till I could run. And I tell you what, it looks super funny. The toe, the big toe that got fixed, it's now super straight. It's not bending in toward the other toes at all, like a normal foot does. So it doesn't, or it looks like it doesn't belong on my foot. It's like, I don't know, they took a toe from somebody else and just kind of stitched it on. Looks super funky. But it does work. So far, no pain, which is amazing. I did expect some pain, but there is no pain. I'm still taking it slow, not gonna rush my body from, taking it easy for past 14 weeks. I don't want a stress injury from pushing my body too hard. So there you go. You know the whole story. I have some weight to lose since I was mostly in my chair during the 14 weeks. I gotta lose this weight again. Make it that much easier for my body to be able to run with all this weight. I like to get back into my military days weight of 190, because in those days, while in Afghanistan anyway, I was able to run loops around the base and pretty fast. Nothing like this slow. Also, I could lift heavy too. So if I can lift heavy and run a decent speed, that is optimal for me. I think everybody else would agree that that's optimal for themselves also. I'm running in the Brooks Glycerine Max. My go-to long run shoe. Super cushioned. I feel no ground impact. And I'm on mile 1.43. My pace is 14 minutes and 40 seconds. Which isn't bad. My running up hills and on the gravel and whatnot, it's a little slippery since I'm not wearing trail shoes. But there's enough, tire grooves, I guess, where I can run on with less amount of rocks. So I'm not slipping too bad. See you again in another couple miles. I tell you what, if you are 240 plus pounds like myself and you're a runner or you enjoy getting out and enjoying the beautiful scenery and trying to be healthy like myself, then you want to get some of these Brooks Glycerine Max. These things are so comfortable. I just made it to mile 3. Going a nice and slow pace. Preventing injury. If you're heavy, you tend to get injured if you try to pick up the pace and you're not ready to do that yet. So listen to your body. But while you're listening to your body's telling you to get some Brooks Glycerine Max. Because I don't feel the ground at all. And my joints and your joints will thank you. Hey, Gunner here with Marine Corps Serenity, and I am going to give you a post-workout running review of the Brooks Glycerine Max. I have some stats pulled up for you guys so that in case you forgot already, it's not a new shoe, but I'm reviewing it for the sake of the heavier runner such as myself. I'm 245 pounds, so yeah, even us heavy people like to run. And the Brooks Glycerine Max is the shoe that I would recommend for anybody that is a heavier weight, that loves tons of cushion, and just can run all day if you can, or if you want, without getting tired. I mean, the joints feel amazing. I just did a 5-mile run. I have no joint pain, and usually after running in almost any other shoe, I get creaky joints. Not in this case, though. So the weight of the shoe is 10.5 ounces. The drop is, there's a 45 millimeter in the heel, 39 millimeter in the forefoot. So 6 millimeter drop, which feels perfect for me. Not on my tippy toes with most Brooks shoes at 12 millimeters. The The Glycerine Max, I actually have never ran in a glycerin before the Max, and I do not want to because I don't want to tarnish that feeling that I have right now with the Glycerine Max. But I don't know, if you want to save some money, then by all means go for the regular glycerin, which is about $165, I think. I bought the Glycerine Max at $200. So save some money there. Also, yeah, as you know, I live on a gravel road. Most of the miles that I rack up are on the gravel road. So the highway, there's a highway not too far away. If I want to run on the pavement, that's where I go. And with this shoe, there is no need for the pavement. Gravel is just fine. You get the little tire marks on gravel roads. You know what I'm talking about. And so they're kind of rock free for the most part. But if you have to run on the side, if you're listening to music or whatever, you want to be safe, run on the shoulder of the road where most of the rocks are. You're going to be just fine in this shoe. You can't feel any of the rocks. There's no fear of bottoming out. Your feet are perfectly safe in this shoe. I use the Brooks Glycerine Max mostly for running a slow, long runs. I usually don't go over like a 12-minute mile. But if you do feel like running a little faster, picking up the pace, the Brooks Glycerine Max will not hinder you in any way. It weighs a little bit more than your traditional regular glycerins, but the geometry and the cushioning, midsole, they are perfect. Like, the combination is amazing. Propels you forward. The the softer foam in the heel kind of pushes you, gives you that bounce to propel you forward to the more firm foam in the forefoot. You just glide along. This has been another episode of Marine Corps Serenity. Again, I'm Gunner, and I am looking forward to reviewing more shoes for you heavier runners out there. Later.